Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Business Accelerator with myself, Adam Strong. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening to this. Listen, for you guys that are listening in live, as I mentioned to you every day, right? Use the hashtag live, use the hashtag replay. That'd be super cool. And post like a comment, PLC. That'd be like super awesome. For you guys that are listening in on the podcast, we'll put all the show notes and all the description on the thing below, and any resources that I have for you guys as well. So listen, hope you're having a great day. Yesterday was a really good session. Again, depending on when you're listening to this, of course. And it's interesting, right? So I wanted to kind of like, today's session is all about not just about adversity, but more around like, how can I not survive but thrive during a recession? Like, what is it that I need to do in order to like, be a bit different, like take things to the next level type thing? Because there is a lot of talk in the town right now where basically, the recession is looming. Businesses are beginning to cut back on their marketing budgets. They're not seeing the I suppose the value of coaching and mentoring and stuff like that. But the reality is mentoring, coaching, and marketing are lifelines to your business. You know what I mean? They are like the oxygen. And if you cut the oxygen, then guess what? You effectively begin, it's like a slow death in a nutshell. So I wanted to kind of like put that out there. Hey, good morning to you, Powell. It's great to see you as well here on LinkedIn as well. So for you guys that are listening to me live, we're streaming through YouTube, LinkedIn, and also on Facebook as well. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about how to thrive during a recession. Because like I said to you, I'm going to give you 5 main things that I believe you guys need in order to thrive during a recession. Now, I've got my book here, so I'm going to be looking down every now and then just to make sure that I've covered all the notes and things like that. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about adversity, actually. And so I'm going to go a little bit deeper with regards to today's session. So first of all, what I kind of like, the first thing that I would recommend you do is to think about your mindset, feeding your mindset, conditioning your mindset. As a former elite champion and Olympic athlete, right? What do you think Olympic athletes do on a daily basis in order to turn themselves into winners, right? They don't feed themselves full of negativity, what's happening in the news, about what's happening. And the reality is that it doesn't affect us directly. It affects us indirectly. So if you're feeding your mindset on a daily basis with negativity, with doom and gloom, then you will become that person. End of story. Okay. And it's the same with the people that you hang around with. If you hang around with the 5 most common people you hang around with, and they are talking about recession, they're talking about doom and gloom, then you need to go seek a different crowd of people. I just want to say that to you straight away, okay? Because if you really want to get through adversity and you want to kind of like switch that light bulb switch, what I would endorse you to do is to take a look at your behaviors and your habits. Like, what are you doing on a daily basis? Which it's like anything, right? If you feed your mind on a daily basis with positive, uplifting, inspirational material, then guess what? You're going to become more adverse to, harder challenges further on down the line. And trust me, there are lots of hard challenges down there, right? There are, and being an entrepreneur and a leader, and for anyone that's running their own business, right? You're going to be riding that wave, the roller coaster ride. I call it the entrepreneurial roller coaster. Right. So the kind of like ups and downs in life. And through that experience is going to help you to like really get through what is it that you need to get through. So that's the first thing. Secondly, really super important that I believe, and I mentioned this actually what was it, a couple of weeks ago. I actually put up a post, well, maybe about 3 weeks ago actually. I put up a post, and I basically said that I wasn't doing so good, right? Now, normally what would happen in that in scenario is a lot of people don't do that because they wear a mask. It's as simple as that, right? And what you see on social media is completely distorted, right? So I wouldn't say that, but communication, right? Communicating to close allies, to advisors, to people that are supporters of you, people in your tribe. It's really important to communicate. Like if you're facing adversity right now, okay, whatever is on your mind, the best thing that you can do is to lean in. Because guess what? You know, they may be experiencing the same thing or they've experienced something similar. And I'll go on to the third point, which is learning from your past experiences, right? So, we've all gone through, times of shit, right? So we've all gone through those difficult times in our life. But what we have to do, what you guys have got to do, is you've got to learn from those past experiences. What got you out of that previous experience? What worked? What can you take from that past experience and bring into your current situation? So I think it's really, really important to make sure that you learn from those experiences, right? And look back, because we all go through those different times. So that's my third point. My fourth point is, which I believe is like super important, is going back to basics. What do I mean by going back to basics? What I mean by that, ladies and gents, is keeping it simple. Well, I had a great call last week with a guy that has I suppose, an idea of kind of idea and business type of thing, but I was completely unclear about what he did, right? He made it like super complicated. There was a lot of jargon and things like that. Like, I'm a pretty smart bloke. Well, I like to think so. But for the average Joe blogs, I'm like, you need to go back to keeping it simple. So, what I mean by keeping it simple. So, for example, focusing on one product or one service, focusing on something that is really going to be a game changer for helping a lot of people. I always say keeping it like super simple. As I say, like, simplicity is just like the best course of action. It's like, for me, it makes sense to keep things super simple purely because it requires less. It requires less commenting. It requires less detail. It requires less, less complications, effectively, which is going to help you do that. Good morning to you, Stefan. How you doing? Hope you're well. And congratulations on coming into the entrepreneurial world. Stefan's been a really good friend of mine. The other thing that I wanted to say to you as well, which I think is really important, is to focus on your vision, right? What is it that you actually want to achieve? Because my belief is that, and it doesn't matter if you're running a small company, by the way, or you run a large organization, it absolutely flabbergasts me about the fact that people take their eye off the ball. And what I mean by that is, when you go through bad times, you have these conversations with yourself, with your inner critic, and then you think to yourself, is what I'm doing on a daily basis, my activities, my behaviors, are they incongruent with my vision? Are they going to help me to improve my situation? So I think it's really important to go back to basics, understand what you want to achieve, right? Focus on the vision and then drive forward. Because if you're focused on that, then it's going to help you. Again, it's going to help you to come up with innovative solutions, which is going to help your clients or customers become, get more results effectively at the end of the day. So that's really, really important. And I suppose an extra bonus one, which I believe super important, is skill set. This is a great opportunity to not only, I'm a big believer of, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm a big believer in experimentation, right? So in order to be better at something, right, don't be afraid of experimenting. What I mean by experimenting is, hey, you know what? If you lack marketing skills, right, then guess what? I would recommend you go and think to yourself, okay, so if it's leads that I want to generate, or if it's leads that I want to achieve, okay, what is it about marketing that I don't understand? Is it the strategy? Is it the fact that I haven't found a system? Is it the found that is it is it that I don't have a framework for what I need? I want you to go back to really going back to basics and thinking, what is it that I need right now? What do you guys need right now? What do you guys need in order to take you from here to here, right? What is it that you need right now? So I hope this is kind of like giving you a little bit more perspective about today's call more than anything else. And what I would endorse you guys to do, if you enjoyed today's episode, do me a favor, please share this video to anyone that you feel would benefit listening to some of our daily shows. Normally it's at 9 o'clock UK time, and or tagging someone, because again, I want to try to help a lot of people that are going through these tough times. You know, and it's, again, sometimes we just need to lean in, right? We need to lean in, get the help that we need it. And guess what? Asking for help is a sign of strength and not weakness, as I would say in my last year's book in Play the Game, because it is so true, right? If we knew this, if we knew the knowledge, if we all knew the skills, if we all had the great mindset or whatever it is, then guess what? Everyone would be running a business. Everyone would be an entrepreneur. But guess what? Not everyone is. And that's the difficulty part. So listen, hope that you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Do me a favor. We've got an amazing new, what's it say? We have a podcast out on Apple and on Spotify. If you are into audio, if you're into podcasting, go to that. The Game Changers Experience is what it's called. Listen to a few of our episodes, including some of our past recordings from our Business Accelerator as well. And I would love it if you get some value from today and also from our podcast. Please, please, please leave a 5-star review. You can leave a 1-star review if you want to. Please leave a 5-star review. That would be super, super awesome. Anyway, listen, hope you've enjoyed today. Have a fantastic day, week, month, whenever you listen to this, and have a great day. Take care. See you soon. Bye.